Alright guys, so welcome to the first ever episode of my new podcast called The Kemstar Show. I know that's not creative, but we're just going to work with it because it's going to talk about quite a few stuff. We're going to talk about making money online with digital products. We're going to talk about the schematic process that beginners need to make their first dollar online, their first 1,000, their first 10,000. And today, I'm actually here with my partner, Michaela. Now, here's the thing, guys. Today, we want to take this episode to talk about, a little bit about our experience so that you guys can get some insight and inspiration for yourself. We're going to talk about things that we've sold in the market. Michaela is more on the newer digital product seller side and more on the more experienced side. So I believe she might have questions that might be valuable to you guys, right? And we're going to talk about some cool stuff, products, insight, behind the scenes, secret strategies that we use, and all that jazz. So Michaela, what go on?
Nothing.
By the way, she's very shy. Can you tell? Right? So she's been a shy girl today. But just so you guys know a little bit of reference about both of us. So far, I've generated over $85 million online. Michaela so far generated near almost 7 million now. It's crazy because she started. When did you start?
Like about a year ago or two.
Yeah, so almost 2 years now would have started, and she's generated $7 million in the digital product space. Question: was that an easy run for you? Honestly, was it an easy run for you to hit that mark with the digital products?
Well, it wasn't difficult. It's just that it was just the marketing.
What about it?
To create the ads, to watch the campaign, ensure that everything's performing well. That was just the tricky part because not everyone knows how to do that. And I have an idea possibly, but I'm not an expert at it.
Mm-hmm. So that's the most difficult thing for you in the digital space, running the advertisement.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I know you run a physical product business as well, which is Lace Allure, where you sell wigs and all that jazz. What are some of the digital products that you've sold so far?
So I've sold my wig business bundle. I've sold my vendor list. I sold ad templates before. Those are some of the products I've sold.
Okay. And by the way, for those who don't know, what is the wig business bundle and what's the vendor list? I know vendor list can be, you just tell us. What is that wig business bundle for those who don't know?
So the wig business bundle is basically a wig business in a box. I give you everything you need to operate your own wig business, even the opportunity to dropship wigs through my brand. So you can sell the wigs that I have, plus you get access to all the tools, and I show you how I just do everything.
Okay, that seems like a mega offer. So that was the later one, or that's the one you started?
That's the one I started with.
Big business bundle?
Yeah.
You sure? You should forget which bundle, which products to start with.
No, I started with wigs, but for the digital product, it's the wig business bundle.
Okay, so just so I can drag your memory, I think you started with the vendor list. Yeah. So I was trying to pull that out because
I forgot about the vendor list.
Yeah. So here's the funniest thing, guys. The backstory about this one, because when I would have met her the first time, obviously, just like you guys, most of you guys who don't know about digital products, she has zero idea, no idea whatsoever. Digital what, right? So being in the space for some time, they have products like PLR or MMR. For those who don't know, PLR stands for private label rights. MRR stands for master resale rights. So these are products that you can buy, right, that are already created. The fastest way you can get started in digital product business, right? So you buy the product that's already created and then you can resell it, right? So that's how we technically started in the digital product space for her, right? So I know that there are a lot of people who are aspiring business owners. They wanted to start a business, but they don't know where to get vendors and all that stuff. So we started out with the PLR product for our first product, and we have some pretty cool advertisement. I remember one of the most viral advertisement you got
was that the interview one at the hotel.
Yeah, so we were on we were at the Iberia Star Hotel, and I just said, you know what, let's create an advertisement. I walk up to her, I was like, excuse me, do you do? Like, stuff like that. And she was like, oh, I run another business. And which is true because she had a wig business, right, at the time.
I still have my wig business.
Well, yeah, right. So yeah. So still has the wig business. So we play around with that. People wanted vendors, and that product did pretty well. I don't know the exact. You know the amount that it did or no?
It did a lot.
Yeah. So you get a lot of sales, but we don't know the exact amount right now. But that's how it started, and then after that, what led? What was the next product?
The next product after that was actually the wig business bundle.
The wig business bundle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true, right?
It was.
I mean, we've had failed products as well because I remember when you wanted to sell like the makeup course.
Oh.
That didn't work out. So
no, we didn't market it. We didn't market it. We didn't put any effort into it as like we did with the vendor list and wig business bundles. I didn't even.
True. So here's the thing, guys. This is very important as well, right? You see, when you have a product, you have to understand that it's not gonna sell itself, So if you're looking to jump in the digital product space, a lot of beginners, they start and they basically just get stuck with the product. They don't market it, they don't get any sale, and they think they've lost. The truth is you probably just didn't promote it as much because up to this day, still haven't promoted that product. Yeah, I think you promoted it for like a week and someone bought, and even the customer was sending her testimonial saying that, oh, I finished the makeup. And by the way, I don't remember if that was anyways, but it was interesting. The thing why she didn't really proceed with that one was why again?
Because I personally did not know how to do makeup at the time.
So here's the thing. What we did was we rented an Airbnb and we went to Kingston and we got a makeup artist, a professional makeup artist, to record the videos for the makeup course, teaching them soft glam and full glam and what else?
And basically everything about
I think it was special effects as well.
Yeah, special effects. Also do like the bleeding eye and the chop in the face.
Yeah. So it's a very valuable course. She leveraged expert experience and we created that first package, right? But because she personally didn't know how to do makeup, now she learned how to do makeup. She do her own makeup today. Big up yourself. All right, cool, yo. But yeah, so yeah, but that was the reason why she didn't really push it as much. And because she started her wig business and she know how to find vendors, because she first started with the PLR, but then you actually use your vendors.
My personal vendors and created a list.
Exactly, and sold it for even a higher price because you realize that it was very difficult to get wig vendors. By the way, she's rocking her own wig as well. We're not promoting nobody business and even paying for promotion. But anyway, so yeah, that was a good transition. But yeah, the point is, guys, if you don't market your product, you won't get sales. It's as simple as that. And these days, marketing is getting a bit easier than ever before. So what would you say and is your most successful digital product?
For me, my most successful digital product is going to be the bundle.
The bundle?
The wig business bundle, yeah.
And why is that?
Because it's simple because number one, I made the most with revenue as a digital product, and I got a lot of persons who have seen success with it as well, and it's personally it's one of my personal favorite.
Okay. she know so the part we say is a recurring offer as well.
Yes, and also that's as a recurring
aspect to it.
Aspect to it as well.
Yeah. All right, guys. So a quick commercial break. So here's the thing. While I was editing this video, I realized that the camera actually went out that was on my partner. So I hope you guys still stay tuned. Just letting you guys know that there's only one camera that's going to be on for the rest of this podcast right now. And I know that's pretty tacky, but yeah, continue watching. Hope you guys enjoy. Because her offer, it started out as, I believe, $49 a month.
No, it started out as a one-time payment of $300, and then I turned it into a subscription base for $49, and then I bumped up the price because it was too valuable. I just raised it to like $67.
Yep, so $67 a month. So in other words, they get everything that they need to start a wig business, plus they get the opportunity to sell the wigs that she has in stock, and they keep the profit, right? So that's an insane offer, by the way. Very, very, very powerful digital product offer. And so you said the most difficult thing for you in the market is basically creating the ads. Why is that? You don't like put yourself out there?
Honestly, not really. It's just not really.
You don't like put yourself out there? Yeah, I mean, understanding. You see, even when I first started, let me see. The first product was actually a PLR product for me as well. If you know me, you probably know this product already, right? Because in 2020, when the pandemic came, shut down my business. I had a dance fitness business, right? And then with that dance fitness business, when my income went to zero, I was forced to go online, and that's when I found this PLR product that I could resell that was already created. It's called the Ultimate Home Workout Guide. I read it and I like, you know what, this is valuable. I think I could sell this. And then that's how I started. But then, by the way, I didn't have to show my face with that. I just literally used to use photo advertisement, giving people tips on how to lose weight. And when those people read the tips, at the end of it, I would give them a call to action, say, click learn more now, and get the Ultimate Home Workout Guide. And that worked well. That's how I started. And then when I created my first course, it was all AI before AI was a thing. Like, I literally created the first 2 modules with myself, and then the rest of it was AI. My sale page had a video with just my voice, didn't show my face, so I understand that, and a lot of beginners tend to shy away from that. But let me ask you a question. Do you see any drastic difference? By the way, when you run advertisement, do you show your face or do you just use photo ads?
For my wigs or a bundle?
Only for the digital product business?
Both. I run ads with my face and I use static photo ads.
Which one tend to work better?
The one when I show my face.
So that's the thing now, guys. You see, when you show your face, because even a simple product like the vendor list, you know how many people sell vendor lists? There's so many people out there who sell vendor lists, but the truth is, a lot of them don't see anywhere near the success I'm going to talk about for folks in our demographic, right? We'll talk about in Jamaica, right? There are folks who have seen zero success with vendor lists and all that jazz. But you see, when you put your face behind the brand and you get a little bit creative, you know, it makes the selling process easy, because your sale page, it wasn't the best. It wasn't the best. It's just that your advertisement is like, the advertisement does most of the selling. Right, so it was very cool to explore that. But anyway, I wanted to also find out, have you ever promoted any product worldwide?
I think I sold the first vanilla list worldwide.
The first one?
Yeah, but I don't quite remember. But I mainly focused on the Jamaican market.
Okay. And recently would have worked on a project together, which is the ad templates.
And
right?
that one will be worldwide.
Mm-hmm.
My recent ad template that launched about a month ago or a few weeks.
A few weeks to a month.
A few weeks to a month, and I've gotten sales on some different side of the world.
And by the way, how that one came into existence, she wanted a faceless, completely faceless product. As she mentioned, don't want to show her face as much. And I was like, you know, it would be a cool project for me to also document for my folks as well, right? And so we come together and we created that one. So what is the cool thing about that product launch? What do you think is the most interesting thing about selling a digital product faceless worldwide?
Well, the cool thing is that I got sales from some countries I didn't even know existed. Like, I don't know where. I got sales like 1 a.m. in the morning when I'm sleeping.
Yeah. So that's really cool, guys. Yeah, and what else?
Well,
can you see my cut off?
No, that's all. I got sales when I'm in my deepest part of my sleep from countries different side of the world. So
yeah, and I think that's a cool thing for me too when I'm selling digital products. It's like, and I'm selling it worldwide. Yeah, for me, I like benchmark, I like achievement. So when I am selling a product worldwide and I realize that, hey, this product, I'm getting a sale from from Tokyo. Someone in Tokyo, I'm getting a sale from someone
Poland.
in Poland. I'm getting a sale from Cyprus. We're getting a sale from Cyprus. I'm getting somewhere deep in Africa. I'm like, whoa. I'm here in this little tiny place in Jamaica, so far away, and getting sales from these places all over the world. That is just so fascinating. You know, there's another country, it's so far away, but I'm like, that is just super cool. Now that you have experience on both sides, like physical product business and the digital product business, tell me, which do you prefer?
Personally, I prefer the digital product business.
Digital product business?
Yes.
What would you say are some of the pros and cons to physical versus digital product business?
Well, some of the pros to a digital product business is just that you don't have to do any fulfillment, you don't have to reorder anything, call a delivery person to deliver anything. You know, everything that you make is just profit. And some of the cons to that, another pro is you can sell it, both physical and digital product business can be sold worldwide, but it's just that with the digital product business now, you can literally like make a sale while you're sleeping and money goes into your account.
And the fulfillment is easier.
And it's way easier. Yeah, and a con to that, what's a con to that?
Maybe the ad side of things.
Yeah.
Require a bigger ad budget.
I would say that because you have to pay for ads
for both
worldwide, for both physical product business and digital product business. But yeah, the only con to the digital product business is just the advertisement.
Yeah, and so the con is basically in comparison, just for clarity guys, in comparison to a physical product business, because when you run a physical product, especially a local physical product business, you don't really need to spend a lot on advertisement, right? You can easily spend $5 to $10 a day and you reach enough people to get enough sales, right? But when you're selling like a digital product, right, and especially if you're promoting this worldwide, you want to spend for us, we spend minimum when we start, $50 a day on advertisement, right? But it's not a big con, because at the end of the day, the $50 that you spend is to bring in more sales, right? So I believe that even the other day when, especially if you have the right strategy, the other day you spent around, how much was it? I think you told me it wasn't even a double digit, and you got your first sale for
$3. It was $3.41.
And what was the sale that you got?
I got a sale for $56.
So you see what I'm saying? So if you know the right strategy, it can be good as well. But on a normal day-to-day basis, typically we start out, when we're testing a product, we start out with $50 a day on ad budget to test digital products, and we tend to spend more and more, because truth is you can't really go wrong with spending money on it can go wrong if it is that you're spending and you're not making enough money. But the point I'm trying to make is, when you have that budget and you're spending on advertisement and digital products, people get it instantly, it can't run out of stock, so it goes over, and you can spend as much as possible as long as you're getting the sales to basically pay back for the advertisement and put the money inside of your pocket, right? So with physical products, we don't really scale that aggressively. With digital products, we tend to do that, because even for one of my low-ticket digital products, the micro webinar, I remember spending even $1,000 a day on advertisement. 1,000 US a day, but once again, it's not my money. I spent $50, then I realized I make $100. So I'm saying, I'm gonna spend $100 because I get the profit. Then I spend $100, and then I start making $200 to $220, and then I spend $200, and I realize I start getting $500, and then I spend $500, and then I start getting $800, and then I spend $900, and I realize, so the point is I just keep spending till we start making around $2,200 a day in profit. So not profit, in revenue with $1,000 spent. So we're making about $1,000 USD a day with that product. So that's a powerful thing about digital products. It's insanely valuable when you know what you're doing and you have a good product and everything is just, it's just working. So let me give a little masterclass now. What is something about the digital product space that you think you might find complicated that you would like to learn right now? I'm going to give you a quick class on this camera right now.
Alright, so one thing that I find complicated and I would like to learn how to create the ads for the digital product.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how to create it in terms of like a photo ad to edit it, or like video ad?
Alright, so for someone like me who doesn't really like to show my face, I would like to know about the photo ads, because with the photo ads you have to like get creative, right? So that's what I would like. So.
Okay, so when you think about photo ads, by the way, there's a thing that we do when we sell these products online, digital products. The term for this is called direct response marketing. Why is it called direct response marketing? Simply because we want people to take an action now, right? We're not doing big brand marketing like Coca-Cola that are promoting for awareness. We are promoting because we want somebody to buy our product now. So direct response. When I say this to you, I want you to act now, right? I need that direct response, right? So that's the type of advertisement that we'll be creating when it comes down to photo ads. So when you create these direct response ads, the thing that you have to keep in mind, what are people doing on social media? When people on social media, what are they doing?
They're scrolling, watching stuff, laughing.
Exactly. Yeah, so they're being entertained, they're scrolling, they think they're up on social media thinking, ooh, please let me see an advertisement so I can spend my money now. No, they're not thinking about it like that. They don't want to spend their money. They're just there, scrolling, mind their business. So what we have to do is we have to focus on how to stop their scroll.
Yeah, grab their attention.
Grab their attention. So I remember one of your top performing advertisement. I don't remember. We always use a banner when we work with photo ads. We try to keep. Just let me give you some rules. We try to have some form of banner on top of the photo ad that will basically stop their attention. And then what we will do is we'll basically give them a short sentence that will serve as a hook. So for example, let's say you're promoting the wig business bundle. Like a hook would be, start a wig business without spending a dime on wigs.
Yeah.
So that would basically be a hook that opens up curiosity, right? The stop scrolling could be at the top. Like stop scrolling, or attention, the person that you want to sell it to. So for example, attention, busy moms. And then we'll put the words below that saying how to start a wig business without,
buying a single wig.
Without buying a single wig. So that is something that gets them curious. Like, huh? What? And every product this can be done for every single digital product out there, right? Even the photo ads that we're running right now for the ad template, it's just a literal static photo ad just saying what the promise is. So once you have a digital product and it has a good promise, you don't really need to do much when you're creating the photo ads. Like very, very, very simple. And sometimes what I'm doing these days as well, I'm actually using photos that I would take like when I'm out having coffee or throughout my day or on vacation, and just put some word on the screen, because then people will be like, okay, the picture probably in the background, if it has a nice background, will grab attention, and then after that we could put the words which give the promise. So that's a simple way to create photo advertisement. Make sense?
Yeah. Yes.
Alrighty. So next time then when you're ready for creative photo ads, you're supposed to have a lot, and you don't have no worry or stress about creating those, right?
Yeah.
Alright, 100%. So you're not promoting the wig business bundle right now, no?
I'm not. I'm just sending emails to my leads and the messages in my WhatsApp groups, but I'm not promoting it at the moment.
Alright. So as a beginner, like you'd have started, what is something that you think that really helped you to really land a foot in that space? Like to really, what do you think make the difference from a complete newbie, no idea, to maybe hitting your first million with digital products? What do you think? Think about it, because I know that's probably something you never thought about, right? And throwing it at you on the spot. But what do you think? Because if a newbie watching this, what do you think is something that you did that they could probably do to even break out in the scene? What do you think is probably the most important thing?
I mean, for me, the most important thing was for me personally, I got to just basically learn from you. So as a newbie outside, like, it would be best if they just like probably watch your stuff.
Yeah. So the thing is, there are a lot of people who watch my stuff, and the truth is, there are a lot of people who also buy my programs, and but that majority see success with it. Like, out of 100 folks, the reality is probably 30%, which is going to be like 30 to 20, are people who are doing like rock star stuff with it. Right, and I don't think you have gone through any of my courses. I might almost say, hey, you can watch this and keep on come back to me and ask me the same damn question. Anyway, so I think there is something that might stand out a bit to beginners. I'm trying to think about it as well for you particularly, because I think the route that we did that made you accelerate so fast was the fact that you quickly positioned yourself as an expert in your field. So what do I mean by this? Because the truth is, when we first started and we were selling like the PDF file, like, stuff like vendor lists and all that. No, before that, sorry, the makeup. Before we had, I don't even know if the makeup come after or when you were at the big business. When did it came?
No, the makeup came in
before.
No, when I had my wig business.
Yeah. So the thing that stood out, was when you tapped into what you knew, right? Not necessarily trending products, not necessarily. But when you position yourself as an expert, and it doesn't matter, guys, it doesn't matter what you know, you probably start a little clothing business online. There are people out there who want to know how to start a clothing business, and if they see that you start a clothing business, you become a trusted expert. So for her, she started a wig business. She did over $1 million in wig business. So she taught people on a webinar how to make your first $1 million selling wigs. I believe you have a webinar as well. So much things.
I've made millions from my
wig business. Yeah. So the thing is now, it is way easier, because when you're selling online, the trust factor is going to be a thing that you have to try to get from people, right? It's very easy to trust someone because she doesn't even have a personal page like that. She doesn't really promote on her personal page. She promotes on her wig page. So people see the wig business, people can verify. Some of the people are also customers.
Customers who bought already.
Exactly, so they know the brand, they trust the brand. So it was very easy to kind of transition there. So the truth is, I would always recommend people, and if you can create a course, because all you have to do is just talk about the thing that you know in steps to help someone get a result. And you just pop out Zoom and record your screen or show your face or whatever. Use your phone, right? Just as we're doing. Phone using for this podcast as well, right? So the truth is, share your knowledge, because that is going to give you the biggest ROI. I know you probably had doubts in terms of putting yourself out there first, because you're probably friends and family and type of stuff. You care about how people might look at you online and all that stuff. They know, probably know Kayla as the girl from Excelsior. And
Stop.
So it's going to be, you are going to feel a little bit weird to put yourself.
Very weird.
Yeah, you find yourself weird to put yourself out there like that. And a lot of people are going to struggle with that. Thankfully, I didn't struggle with that. I don't know why. I just never really cared. Like, genuinely don't care. Like, I'm like, I have a message to share. I'm going to share it. I don't give a damn.
I mean, the truth is, I stopped caring about that, but it's just a personal thing. In regards to when I just started, like, putting myself out there, that was a big thing for me. Because I was like, no, what am I said? But I no longer care about it, because at the end of the day, them not give me money, them not put on the table, them not do anything for me. I don't care about their opinions anymore.
Exactly.
Respectfully,
yeah,
right? But I'm still a bit shy to put myself out there, because it's just me.
Yeah. And it's a work in progress.
Yeah.
It's a work in progress. Right? And the truth is, when you realize that when you create those videos once, you can have it going over and over again. And the truth is, strangers are the ones that's gonna buy most of your products.
Exactly.
Yeah, so if you guys have that fear, it is natural. You're not unique. People have that fear. A lot of people share that same sentiment, and her as well. You probably see some of the videos online, strong, confident, all that type of stuff. But it all started with a place of fear, right? You know, fear of a lot of things. Fear where your friends and your family might say they might look at you weird. So, you know, it's a natural thing. So, yeah, you just have to overcome that. So, the takeaways that I would take away from this entire, you know, session or this talk that we had today is number one, you guys should definitely tap into the digital product space, because you create that product once or you acquire that product once, you can sell it over and over again. Even people in Timbuktu, people from all over the world can buy your digital product. Very easy to sell once you have it going. And the second thing is your product won't sell without what?
Advertisement.
Exactly, without advertisement, marketing, all that jazz. So you have to, when you create that product, you have to put the energy out there to promote it, right? Whether you want to use photo ads, video ads, you know, just put yourself out there. Video ads at a different level of trust factor. And another takeaway that we could probably find from this is to basically ensure that, you know, when you're creating a digital product, it is something that is kind of close to you, right? Because if people can easily realize that you know what you're talking about, the product is going to be easy to sell.
Yeah.
I see people even create digital products around chess in Jamaica, and all they do is just post chess content, and that works pretty well. I see people post about gardening stuff, and they get sales for gardening products. So you can create your own demand in the market by just, you know, creating what you genuinely know. And if you don't know where to start, because a lot of people sometimes they don't think they have anything to share, is think about what your friends or family tend to ask you questions about, right? Maybe they might ask you, "Me have problem with my daughter or my son. You can't talk to him." Maybe you have that unique skill to communicate to teenagers or help with parenting or something. Don't overlook it. That's valuable information that you can share. Maybe you're someone who is so good at interior design, you always design, you know, put it into a digital product. Maybe you're someone who people always call when it comes on to, you know, online stuff. Maybe they want to learn how to find vendors and all that type of stuff. You know, start a business. Maybe you have a wig business. Maybe you have a hair business. Maybe you have a makeup business. Maybe there's so many things. All you're doing is selling information, and when you're selling information, you only need to be a step ahead of the person that you're teaching. So don't overthink it. Don't overcomplicate it. Just tap into the digital product space. Get a product that is close to you, that you can easily, you love to talk about every single day, and remember that the product won't sell itself. But yeah, it was a good talk that we had today, so I believe that is the end of it. Any final words to anybody who wants to tap into the digital product space as a newbie? Any final words that you want to give them?
Just do your research and just like make it something that you're comfortable to sell, something that you know about. You know, it will be way easier. It will be easier for you to help your customers as well if you know exactly what you're selling.
Exactly, because if you don't want to create like a course and then people have a bunch of questions
and you don't know what to tell them.
And that's one of the reasons why she didn't have her makeup course selling or scaling, because I believe the first client that you got, when she sent the results, she was like, "Oh, this is what I did. Thank you for your course." And then she asked a question, "How do I do X?" Right?
I did not know what to say because I knew nothing about makeup.
Yeah.
So I just sold my bundle because I know everything about wigs, and I have a wig business and everything about a wig business. So I just bundled that up and just create a product and sell to aspiring entrepreneurs.
All right. So that's what's up. So thank you guys again for watching this episode to the very end. So we're going to sign out with this one. So thanks again, guys. If it is that you guys also want to learn exactly how to create a digital product business that pays you consistently, I have a free training and 90-minute training that you guys can access down below. Also, if it is that you guys want to find Kayla, let's say you want to find our wig business bundle, maybe you're interested in starting a physical product business, selling wigs, I'm going to attach that link down below as well. All right, and where can people find the Lace Allure on social media?
So on Instagram, it's _Lace Allure. On TikTok, it's the Lace Allure. If you want to send an email, it's info@thelittlero.com.
Yep, and for Chemstar, all over social media, Chemstar_dominant. So peace, chicken grease.